Mississippi. A late season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. It's the USC Trojans and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. This is obviously a huge matchup. With the 5-game winning streak on the line, they understand that they are facing one of the best teams in the country. A top 25 matchup. He's been warning his team all week at practice. Do not take them lightly. They want to be 1-0 after this week and keep the streak alive. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Trojans headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Miller. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
The give on the inside. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Here's Williams to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. First and 10. Williams looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Southern Cal! Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders at 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To run inside, it's Miller. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out
this is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. Still running at the 40. Powers through. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And it's no good, and they miss an opportunity to tie. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack holding a 7-6 lead. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out to them?
And the Trojans moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Williams. Just a short pass to the tight end. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part.
Maybe some room here. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Williams will pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Powers through the defender. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They're dealing with a second and long. Williams makes the catch. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Rides to back and leaves it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defenders bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
as they come to the line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. Fourth down, Williams. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on fourth down.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on fourth down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 85. Blue 85.
A run for the quarterback. Might have a chance. Got enough for the first. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Escapes the pressure to his right. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Running inside, it's Miller. Turning it on. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far, and you see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. You've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat, and right now he's given this defense all they can handle. Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The Trojans in the hurry-up. Throwing, Williams. Tosses it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
A big third down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. He's going for the big play. Complete to the right. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down.
Thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man.
There's a crease. Touchdown, USC. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Taylor wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, The defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Motion from the wideout. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Here's Williams to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
Well, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field. Nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him. Just got to make the catch.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Soft spot in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. 4th down, Williams. Finds him out of the backfield. And they get him down short of the 1st down marker. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Miller. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the 1st down marker. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's South Carolina in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Mountain West.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this pass right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job on the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Third down from the gun, Williams. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sack.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely were.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Still down by 2. Chance to take the lead out the window. Guys, tough break there.
And no sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that
snags it, and he's open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Trojans want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Takes a handoff. It's Alston. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Running to the left. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's square shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Forced out of the pocket. Rolling right and going deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Taylor wants to throw. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. Got a little grass. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. He wants to throw it. He's in there. 2-point conversion is good, and they're down by just 1.
On that 2-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up 2-point conversion.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Williams. He's got the back in the middle. At the 35, he's loose. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Alston. Shakes off the defender.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Trojans have their offense in high gear. The give as they work on that clock. Got enough for the first. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The deep
Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Trojans! The Trojans were the answer.
Well, that's a great job by the offense responding after your defense just gave up a touchdown. But here's a situation where you want to go for 2 and make this a 9-point game. You kick an extra point, it's only 8. And the opponent, if they go down the field and score, could tie it up if they hit the 2-pointer. So I think the analytics in this situation are telling you you want to go for 2.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Taylor wants to throw it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. Maybe a crease. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a 1st down there. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the 1st down.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Breaks into the open. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their big.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Here's Williams. Extending the play. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. Hits the slide. Down he goes, but it'll be enough for a 1st down and enough to ice this game. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Slip. There's some room. Picks up the first down. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound here down the stretch.
And it's your job to stop it. Keep playing football. I like it when the offense keeps the foot on the accelerator. It's your job. If you don't like it defensively, do something about it.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Taylor wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't